コインの表が出て、達夫が車を運転することになった。しかし、達夫は半銭のウイスキーをロックで飲み始めた。やっぱり、今夜は僕が運転するよ。そして僕は、達夫の車のキーを預かった。だいたい達夫が飲みたいという時は、何か特別な話がある時だ。僕はライトビールを飲みながら、その話を待った。しかし、達夫の話は卒業の年、一緒に行った九州のドライブ旅行の思い出話だった。僕は、達夫の2年前の話に相槌を打ち、右手で勝手に思い出のアルバムをめくった。2年前は僕がユミと、そして達夫がサリーと付き合っていた頃だ。達夫のガールフレンド、175センチの沙織を僕たちはのっぽのサリーと呼んだ。達夫とサリーの車をよく街で見かけた。しばらくの後、僕とユミが別れ、達夫もサリーと。僕はライトビールからコークに変えた。結局、達夫の特別な話はなかった。達夫はボトル3分の2の切符で夢の航海に。さあ、送っていくよ。
ケン、達夫君の荷物だ。
それは紙袋いっぱいの青リンゴだった。その時、ふと僕は、達夫が今夜話したかったのは、サリーのことではないかと思った。アイドリング3分。達夫は、小さないびきをかき始めていた。目いっぱいに下げられた達夫の車の助手席。今でも、サリーの指定席だ。達夫に会うのは半年ぶりだった。僕のコインの表が出て、達夫が車を運転することになった。しかし、達夫は半銭のウイスキーをロックで飲み始めた。やっぱり、今夜は僕が運転するよ。そして僕は、達夫の車のキーを預かった。だいたい達夫が飲みたいという時は、何か特別な話がある時だ。僕はライトビールを飲みながら、その話を待った。しかし、達夫の話は卒業の年、一緒に行った九州のドライブ旅行の思い出話だった。僕は、達夫の2年前の話に相槌を打ち、右手で勝手に思い出のアルバムをめくった。2年前は、僕がユミと、そして達夫がサリーと付き合っていた頃だ。達夫のガールフレンド、175センチの沙織を僕たちはのっぽのサリーと呼んだ。達夫とサリーの車をよく街で見かけた。しばらくの後、僕とユミが別れ、達夫もサリーと。僕はライトビールからコークに変えた。結局、達夫の特別な話はなかった。達夫はボトル3分の2の切符で夢の航海に。さあ、送っていくよ。
ケン、達夫君の荷物だ。
それは紙袋いっぱいの青リンゴだった。その時、ふと僕は、達夫が今夜話したかったのは、サリーのことではないかと思った。 アイドリング3分。達夫は小さないびきをかき始めていた。目いっぱいに下げられた達夫の車の助手席。
Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, Dorothea? One second. I fell into the burning ring. Well, you should give it a try. I would say I think you're more than capable of drawing an amazing photo. You should give it a try. You want to share it? You want to share the photo? Be curious to see it. I fell into a burning ring of fire. That is very, very cool. Yeah, give it a shot. It's, yeah, cityscapes are hard, but it's good to start learning how to do them. I certainly do. Yeah, I get exactly why it would be scary, but yeah, give it a shot. It's surprising what a completed piece of art does. You think oh, this can never be good, I can't do it, and then you finish it and go you know what, it's not bad. The worst, the biggest hurdle is just actually doing it. I fell into a burning ring of fire, and the flames got higher. Let's see what articles are. Nice. Tell me about it. Want me to read it, don't you? Let's see. Let's see. What do they want in Flash? Okay, I don't know how this person's gonna like. Sure. How long is it? Okay, well, I'll take a look at it. I won't finish reading it, but I'll take a look at it. I like it. I like it. It's pretty funny. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. 5 people who found out Spider-Man's identity. Point of no return. Hero hardships bingo. I'm just looking at your thing. You write a whole heck of a lot. Oh. Have I ever shown you the fanfic I wrote as a teenager? No, I'm saying that more as like, wow, you managed to get a lot done. I'm impressed. That is impressive. Articles are going to get me in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to be a little bit distractible. I don't know if you've noticed. One second. Give me a second. I'm going to find it. I am looking for a particular piece. Something I wrote. Yeah. One second. Yeah, well. Let's see, where... I will link to this at some point. I'll link this at some point. No, I don't. Oh, I know what to do. I'm smart. Ah, there we go. Haha! I found it. I found a link to my account. Old. So this goes to show you how old I am. The place where I wrote my fanfic, the place where I wrote some fan fiction, was fib.net. So, William Barrett. It's bad. It's all bad, but it exists, and I think that's what's important. Yeah. My most popular one was Phantom Creed, where the character of Danny Phantom joins the assassins, the assassins from the Assassin's Creed series. So that's where my head was. Yeah. See, and it's mostly a rip-off of the trailer for the movie Wanted. So I just pretty much referenced that, and I hadn't seen the movie Wanted at that moment, but I had seen the trailer for it. Um, so it's not under Dorothea. So don't just look up Dorothea on fanfiction.net. I won't do that. Is it under not Dorothea? Dorothea is Dorothea not your real name? Huh. Well, this is. Well, Bjornsson isn't my real name either, so. Dun dun dun! Twist of twists! What? Yeah, it is weird. I mean, I use Bigfoot Bjornsson pretty much for every like online interaction I have nowadays, and so that's the majority of my life. So, like, in many ways, it's weirder when people call me by my real name because I'm like, oh yes, that's my human name. That's the name on my birth certificate. DT? Yeah. Dorothea is a cooler name. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, the Greeks kind of pop up everywhere. So it fits. Um, I have a I have a DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. Is that what they used? That's shitty. You know what's so frustrating is that kids aren't funny, but they're still really mean and it still really hurts. So it's like, I had this one at this one, when I was in middle school, I was known for kind of being like, shock of all shock, I was known for being like, oh, right. I've never heard of that. The Eastern German Republic. It was the communist. It was the communist side of Germany in during during the Cold War and stuff. Okay. They are very mean and very specific with their insults. That is very, very bizarre. That is a very bizarre. I've never heard kids be that specific. Yeah. When I was a kid, I had this one kid, Jared. Fucking drove me up a wall. I used to have kind of a reputation that people would like trying to. I would stand up for myself and everything. Still do to this day, but like as a kid, I always had a reputation that people could easily like rile me up and like. So this one kid, Jaron, fucking loved to like just mess with me all day, and it was like just heck. He would like say things to annoy me. He would always try and like get on my nerves, and he would like make fun of me at all points, and it was so goddamn annoying. And it had been like 2 years of this stuff, and it was like in the 4th grade, and finally. I'm not crying, my allergies are acting up. Finally, it culminated in, I heard him say this, I'm gonna fart on his head. So he came over and farted on my head. And that was the final straw for me dealing with this fucking kid. And it had been 2 years. It had been like I want to be emphasizing this. Like it had been 2 years of me just having to deal with this like kid like doing everything in his power to like annoy me. So eventually I started. So he farts in my face, and I just like I fucking run after him because I was a slow kid, still a slow adult, like. Physically slow, and he was a tiny little kid that could run real fast. But I run after him, and I catch him, and I catch his backpack, and I slam him to the ground. And I slam him as hard to the ground as I can, and then like the principal comes over to me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And it's like he's been like so all this long real mean to me, and then like today he farted on my face, and I heard him say that he was gonna do it. So I was like a good kid. I never got in trouble ever. So like they let me go, and then he never talked to me again. So I don't know the message of that. It's not like, Christ. These things, but it's not like that. I wasn't. Why my allergies like acting up all of a sudden? It wasn't like I was stopped. Like people stopped bullying me, but it's also like. It was the one time I got somebody to shut the fuck up. Yes, they are. I mean, I've encountered kids on here who are like absolutely cruel to me. Like, I will say, Dorothea, like, you're nice. I like you. Like you. There's plenty of kids and teens who've come on here who are very nice. But I have met kids on here who are like objectively like just cruel shits who will like scream at who like leave me like shaken after dealing with them. And I am an adult. Ugh. I am an adult and this is happening to me. Really? Did you get... Shit. That's not... You know, what's so frustrating is that's not even funny. But it's like obnoxious enough that you have to deal with it. It's like, it's just obnoxious. It's not even like... Really. You know, I still haven't caught one of your streams, Dorothy. I always feel bad because I always want to. I mean, there is stream. Damn it! Why are my allergies acting up? There's been streams where I have received like anti-Semitic hate thrown at me. I'm not Jewish, but I've received a lot of it at times before, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry you got to deal with that. That's real shitty that you have to deal with that. Sorry. Oh, are you getting the surgery? You talked about getting the surgery before. Are you going to go through with it? Nice! Congratulations. I know you were nervous about that. I'm proud of you. Oh, I'm happy that I'm happy that I'm happy that you're finally pursuing what will make you happy. That's yes. That is a good word for it. Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you'll soon that feeling is coming to you. Dorothea, you deserve the best. You deserve a happy life. And I hope. Yes, you are correct. We should focus on things. I was thinking that. As well. You know, it's funny. Literally after last night's stream, I went right to sleep, and I woke up, and then I just woke up like an hour ago, and so it feels like to me, I just took a break from a very long stream. Okay. One second. I think it would. My earphones are starting doing this really weird thing where they turn on. Should we do a writing sprint? I think we should do a writing sprint. How does that sound? No. There we go. How does that sound to you? Sorry. That's funny, I got some good music. And we're gonna put on some music in the background. So starting now. Still hand. The bag kit. Oh, what am I doing? I'm sprinting. Still hand. Dog Frankenstein. Okay, that's 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes. Hey Dorothea, are you on TikTok? If you're still here. I don't know if you're still here. I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna take a little break. We'll be back in a sec, guys. Oop. Hello. Monday, man. Your ideas are flowing! Ish. Just go with this one. Oh, Opus! Hey! Sorry, I didn't see you there. How's it going? How is it going today, Opus? What is the day looking like for you? That's good. That's good. That's good. Did you get a good sleep? I mean, after all of you after all of you guilted me into falling asleep, I was tired. You know, it's really funny. Last night, I fell asleep. Oh, what? Why is this? Why is this? I fell asleep and then I woke up and then I went right back to dreaming. Are you on your phone? Yeah, it is funny when the like you can see the chat because you go like, because that's exactly whenever I see, you know, yeah. So what is the plan for today? No problem. I spent $5. You know, I was real excited for the story, and then, this is a problem I have often with, like, once I start getting into the meat of the story, I get really lost. I'm playing 2 versions of, ooh, that's bad. I get really lost, and I'm never sure where to go after, like, the first chapter, because I get real excited, I get a lot of fun bits, and then I go, like, well, what do I do now? And this is such a recurring problem with me that the second chapter is always the struggle chapter. You know? It's a shame because I like the story, I like the character. Clap hands, dun dun dun. Clap hands, da 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 da. Clap hands, da 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 da.
I'm gonna try new ways to use our. On his heroes. Hey, here I am answering a question.
So, I'm struggling. Do you ever get this problem? I feel I get this problem a lot, where I get really excited. I write like my first chapter, and I feel like I feel really happy with it, and then I get to the second chapter, and then it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? I actually have to start writing a story, and I'm like, I have no ideas. They're always being bad. See, I've started like chapter 2 like 6 times, and I don't really know what I'm doing. My earphones, for some reason, I've decided to. You still here, Opus? Tell me when you get your computer settled. Can't even really hear myself talk, which is very surreal. I'm listening to music at the moment. Good. How's your computer doing? Is your computer still fucking with you? Freaking computers. They can just never get over themselves, can they? Yet it always ends up being an issue. That is a nice one. That is a very nice one. That's a great flag. Not necessarily be your computer and maybe your like internet. Maybe the internet itself. I don't even know. Hey, lady, how's it going? Okay. Look. I feel like I'm having this writer's block I have far too often where I get very excited about the first chapter of a story and then I try and write the second chapter and I don't fucking I have no idea what I'm writing. Like I totally like lose my my momentum, and this is definitely where I am right now. So, Opus. How do you spell ski? How do you spell ski chalet? It's very frustrating because you get very excited about something and then you get very excited. Thank you. For some reason, that word just totally slipped my mind for a second. Yeah, it's chalet. So, what are you working on lately, Opus? How are your projects going? Well, A or B, great options. Oh, you could do that too. 3 of those, all great options. No, I don't like that. See, this is what I mean. I'm doubting myself. I wasn't doubting myself when I was writing this first chapter. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from this story. I'm getting too in my head about this. This is always it's always a bad sign when I get too in my head about something. Take a break. Take a break. Don't obsess over it. The ideas will come. If I get too anxious about a story, I don't write it. So, which is also the advice I give to people is like, don't build up a story too much in your head. Exactly. Cut off your head. Or get a little spider to write it for you. Like, just get a tarantula, put it on a keyboard, and let the spider write it. Let the spider write it. Hey clown, how's it going? You came in at the perfect time and you will receive no context. Anyways, how's it going, buddy? I refuse to give context. That's good. I'm a little bit stuck on a thing I was writing. I'm like, do you ever get this problem? You write your first chapter, and then the second the second chapter is like, whoa, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? I don't know. I get very frustrated when that happens, when I have a lot of ideas for how to start a story, but I don't have a lot of ideas for how to continue a story. It frustrates me a lot when that happens. And it's part of the process, and I shouldn't be that frustrated, but it gets me frustrated every time. And I don't want to, because I was liking what I was writing, but It probably stems from the fact that I didn't plot any of it out, so it doesn't really have a story that I can just fall back to, you know? Which is frustrating. It's just frustrating. I find it very frustrating when that happens. It's maybe the single most frustrating thing I experience as a writer. Because, like, these stories, I think, have, like, good writing in them, but if I never finish them, nobody will ever get to see that. Opus. I see it. That is a good question. See, this is me not being. This is me just being excited about a scene in my head and like rushing through. I should. Thank you, Opus. Let's see. See, I don't have one. Yep. You hit the nail right on the head. I don't really have a main conflict. I hope so too, Clone. I hope so too. I don't have a main conflict. I just had a few characters and a few funny scenes I liked, and I didn't have like a conflict. There. Yep. That's the exact issue. Me not doing the work of a writer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, like, the thing is, like, characters. I think the problem why people get stuck, and I definitely get stuck on second chapter, is first chapter is kind of intro to the characters, but second chapter is usually where you, like, the first chapter, it's okay to not really have your story start at the first chapter. It should be more of like just a general introduction to who the people are, but the second chapter really should start the story, you should start building what the plot is going to be. And it's like, when you don't have one, and when you just like run in with like, you're really excited about like some idea or something, and you run in to start doing that, it's like, yeah, exactly. So let's see. Well, that's the thing about reading all this writing advice stuff, and I read tons of it too, is like, you know all the principles like intellectually, but until you can apply them like to your actual writing, like actually doing it is really hard. And it's a weird thing where it's like, yeah. What could be? I'm still gonna step away from it for a second, because I feel my head getting twisted into it. Like, I feel like I'm putting too much pressure now on myself. I'll let the idea like germinate in the back of my head for a little bit, and I'll come up with something eventually. Yeah, that's the hard part. I'll let the idea germinate in my head a little bit, and I'll come up with something eventually, you know. Yeah. So let's do other writing ideas. I always go to the idea bucket, the infinite idea bucket that is Fiasco. I can always find ideas from Fiasco. I'll come up with something. I always do. One of the things I promise myself is I wouldn't try and force my writing anymore. I would let it just come naturally to me. It's one thing I always get stuck on is when I go well, you have to do it. You have to do it right now. And I think creativity is the mindset of creativity is you have to get yourself in a place where you can allow creativity to happen, but you can't really force it to happen. Oh, one shot. Somebody just brought me breakfast. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I feel tired. I'm gonna have this breakfast and see if that wakes me up, and if not, I'm gonna go back. I might lie down again. Yeah, I'm also feeling a little tired, and my mom brought me breakfast. Yeah, gotta let it cool down for just a second. Sometimes I don't know if I'm tired or hungry, Sometimes when I feel really tired, I'm just hungry. Spinal, I don't know. I've been tired. I don't know how to answer that. Yes, you're the magical tiredness, but I've been feeling a little burnt out on things. Always tired, always, yeah. I'm trying to find a fun video for us to watch, but what type of it? Oh, they're empanadas. They're real tasty. I'm trying to find a fun video. Let's see. They're pretty good. That's funny. I've never played. How has Gaia and Asia been impacted by this? Yeah. Has Gaia and Asia been impacted by this extensively? Kelly! All the cool people, all the cool people, all the cool people are here. How's it going, Callie? What is today like for you? Awesome. Empanadas? I've never played it before, but I've heard good things about it. No. No, I don't. Um, uh, yeah. I do have to say, getting a little food in my stomach really has like perked me up. Possibly. I was maybe just a little bit hungry. All the that is seeming like a very, very reasonable possibility. I'm eating there. We've solved the mystery, everybody. We solved it! It really is. Do you know who coined that term? There's an interesting whole thing behind that. I believe it was Freud's nephew. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Edward Burns. He's been called the father of public relations, and he was one of the most influential people. Yeah, he was Freud's nephew, and he used a lot of his uncle's theories in the creation of propaganda. And one of the terms that he's most likely credited with, one of the terms that people credited him with, is coining that phrase. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I've heard of it. Never took a deep dive into it. Mostly from other people on Twitch have told me about it. Have you heard of SCP? I mean, some people have told me some stuff about it. I know the general premise of it. I know it was also kind of ripped off for that game, Control. Tell me about it. Control? Have you ever played that game? The idea was kind of ripped it off. So here, Barnes used Sigmund Freud's ideas to help convince the public that, among other things, that bacon and eggs were a true all-American breakfast. Oh yeah, Torches of Freedom. Yeah, so yeah. What cards did you add? Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of the SP stuff. I know the video game Control was kind of like chastised a little bit for like cribbing from SCP. I know it's what is it? It's like contain, you know, scan, contain, protect, or something. It's an interesting idea. It's a fun idea. I had a friend in college who was real big into it, so he told me a lot about it. But it was... secure, contain, protect. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Secure, contain. Yeah. Is that like... Tell me a little bit about it. A few years ago, I got very preoccupied with the is it like what are some of your favorite SCP characters? Spinal. Tell me about them. Yeah, that's the one people told me about. Yeah, I know. Oh. Yes. Well, there's one particular way the internet ruins things. Was it ruined this way? Oh, yeah. Yep. I was not. I definitely was not. Reason why I didn't show you my screen. Okay, should we do? Let's see, what should we do now? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. That's spooky. It definitely is very spooky. Should we do some writing? It is incredibly creepy. It's very, very creepy. Let's see. Yeah. Well, the internet has a little bit of a tendency to ruin things. You know, I've never once known the internet to be cool about anything. It sure does. The thing, it's just like, you notice the internet can't have fun. Like, I've noticed this, I've been thinking about this recently. How, like, unfun the internet is in a lot of ways. Like, the instinct with internet is anger and just being mean. You know? And I'm like, man, like, and like you express like you don't want to be part of that, and like just people, it's just yelling. It just feels like it's nothing but yelling at all times, and that's like it's why I like quit Twitter and stuff, because it's just like everybody was mad at all points, and I'm like, why would anybody want to deal with things? But I think especially like, see, Clone, in my time, I remember that a particular spooky individual, a friend, like a spooky, creepy little guy by the name of Slenderman. Oh, oh, that's good. You haven't been ruined by them yet. But I will warn you, Clone. If you express any, like, if you want to get into any discussions with anybody, eventually you will be inundated by just very angry people. What was I going to say? See, I remember back in the old days, a little spooky fellow by the name of Slenderman. And oh, the joy we had with Slenderman for a little bit, with his spookiness, him being real slender. And then people took it a bit too seriously, and it got strange. I don't remember Hero Brewing. Bro, I do not remember this. Minecraft. Oh, it's a Minecraft creepypasta. Those are always amusing. The dumbest ones are like, I remember a Sonic one being particularly like hilarious. It's like, he was like Sonic, but this wasn't like the Sonic I knew, because his eyes were white and blood was coming out of them, and he was miserable. Yet I kept playing the game, and then it was revealed it was Tails. Tails was laughing evilly. How could you do this, Tails? I trusted you, Tails. Tails, the great villain. The great mom. No, not in this version. Not in this version, Opus. In this version, Tails was secretly evil the whole time. And he's like a demonic entity who's like torturing Sonic, and Sonic is the ghost of a dead kid. That's the story. I'm making this up off the top of my head, but guarantee you that was the plot of like 20 different Sonic creepypastas. Super creepy. I saw, you know, Opus, I saw this TikTok recently of this guy. What he does to do backgrounds is he creates 3D models of them, and then he draws in the characters in the 3D models. And I thought that was a real clever idea, and part of me wants to do that, learn how to do that, but I don't know where to learn. I don't know where I would learn how to do something like that. So I saw this guy, what he does to make comics, and I thought this was really clever. He makes 3D models of like the backgrounds and stuff, that he uses, and then he's like a camera, and then all he has to do is like place the camera in the way he wants it to, wants the thing to look, and then he'll draw the characters in there, and then he just draws the characters wherever he wants it to be. And I was like, oh, that is like such a clever idea, right? Like, I wonder. I've got this Unity engine. Let's see. What do I have Unity. Let's see this. Did I still keep the video? I should have. Let's see. I bet. I'm not good with 3D stuff, but let's see. Let's see. Unity Asset Store. Environments. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're using the models and stuff. One second. Like, like, I'm okay with drawing the people. It's the locations that I have a little struggle with. I guess what I could do, like look at this. This is $19. That's a lot. Yeah. I guess what you could do, like Opus, what I could do, like, look at this. This is pretty good. Like, I could just open up Unity, move it around, place the camera where I wanted to, and then I could draw the characters into this, like, on my own. Yeah, that works too. I mean, I guess theoretically, I could also just use the real world. But where's the fun in that, Opus? Where's the fun in that? Yeah. Well, I'm not good at 3D. I'm not good at 3D modeling, so I would I'm better with like just drawing it, but you know. How much is it? $22. That's nothing. Let's see. I believe I have a Unity account. I believe I signed up for it a while ago. Yeah, theoretically. So I got. Okay, now. Yes, Tailspire could work as well. Have you tried Tailspire? Have you got to try Tailspire yet? Opus, have you got to try Tailspire yet? I know I did some on here, but oh. Not yet? It's fun. No, what is ElfQuest? Tell me of this game. I must know right now, what is ElfQuest? Is it a quest of elves? Is it? Wasn't there a comic book called ElfQuest a while ago? Oh, yes, yes. In fact, I have heard of that. That's an old comic. It's a really old comic, if I remember correctly. Is it still going on? It's been going on forever. Damn, it's still going on. This is like modern. Yeah, I think these people have like had control of it for like years. Let's see. Yeah, it's a married couple. That's fun. It started in 1978. Damn. Yeah. Well, that's. Have you been reading it? Is your mom into it? Yeah. No, I've heard. Yeah, it's been one of those things I've been meaning to check out for a while, because it's one of the few like fantasy things that comics really has done. Like, because I think weirdly for how much overlap there is between the two. Fan bases. I have this belief that comics struggles to do fantasy super well. And now it gets passed down to you. And it's not because, I have this theory. It's not because it's like an inherently lesser art form, but it's just like, I always think it's really funny that like Game of Thrones, is an adaptation of the Song and Fire and Ice books, and the Game of Thrones series finished adapting the first 6 books, I believe. I forget how many books there actually are. If you finished adapting the first few books, and it took them like a decade. But in that same time, there was a comic book series running called Song of Fire and Ice that were adapting the books, and it took the comics about the same time to adapt the first book. And it's like, it goes to show you the struggle that comics do when trying to adapt fantasy. So any fantasy comic that manages to do a big quest sort of thing like that, I'm always really impressed by. Who's your favorite character? Right? Isn't it like in the same time it took them to do the full book series, it took the comic. Yeah, because it just takes comics are such a time intensive process. It can kind of take them forever to do something. Do I feel what? My goodness. It's like we're having a conversation with each other. Dun dun dun. That's not allowed to happen. What was I saying? Oh, right. What I was going to try and do. Let's see if I wonder if there's any free assets that we can get from Unity just to try it out. Try this little idea. I mean, $22 for almost like a full cityscape. That's pretty darn good. I would say like this is like almost a total game. Jesus. Like, this is almost a total game. Like, holy heck. I guess I could. Well, it's just, it would be, let's see. Oh, no, Let's see. Let's see what else is here, though. Humans. Like, you can really see, like, how you could kind of make, you know, like this acid flipping problem where it's just like you buy a few assets, you kind of put them all together, and then that's basically it. That's like the game. And I don't really think there's like an issue with pre-made assets in a video game, but there is kind of an issue when it's just like that's all that exists. What if I put the orcs in New York City, huh? I guess I could. Hello, I'm an orc. I once had an idea for, this is me. I once had an idea. I wanted to do like a modern America, like Americana, like American, like not modern, like it was going to be set in like maybe like the Depression or something. And it was going to be like about a fantasy world that it's about like a fantasy world that like, and the immigration that happened to like this fantasy world's equivalent of the U.S. And so I had like all these ideas, and like one of my favorites was I explained kind of what happens to the orcs. And essentially the orcs, like when they immigrate to the U.S., they like kind of start adapting, like they don't want to lose their culture, but they kind of start assimilating into like standard American culture in a way. And like, yeah, so like one of the ideas I had was like the main character was going to go to like a orcish church, and like what the orc church would be is like it's like a traditional church, but it's like a church how we think of it. But like the big thing is like they have to like wrestle bears and stuff. Like that's what the orcs will do. Like for religious ceremonies, is they just release a whole bunch of bears into the church, and you have to wrestle them. Or like there's no more hoarding and stuff. Like they can't like go like they go on like ceremonial raids where it's like you pay. They have arranged it in advance with like several, like they like the organizers have arranged it in advance with several houses that like they're gonna raid the homes, but it's like everybody knows that they're gonna raid the homes, and it's like and they do it just out of tradition now, stuff like that. I don't know. It was gonna be like the idea basically was. It was going to be like the equivalent of like, I had a few other ideas. Like one thing I was going to do was like, because the Industrial Revolution happened, like, I don't know why, it was just like an idea I was playing around with in my head. Like another idea I had was like, see, this is, if you can't tell what my issue with writing is, I come up with like little fun ideas, but I have trouble like knitting them into a total story. Like one idea I had was like how like wizards dealt with like the Industrial Revolution, and like so the like when the Industrial Revolution happened, like the problem is that like a lot of the things the Industrial Revolution could do made wizards sort of obsolete. A lot of wizards like obsolete. Like I had an idea once, like there was a wizard who's real like you know, it's like there was a bunch of not very powerful wizards who could, but like they were powerful in like different ways. And like one of the things like wizards used to do a lot was like toast bread. Like that they had the ability to toast bread, but now that like toasters are a thing, it's essentially caused wizards to be like destitute. Like not like, you know, it's made their jobs totally pointless. So it's like now, like most wizards have to work in like like wizards have to get like factory jobs and stuff because like just nobody needs like all these wizards who have these like, and then like some of the wizards who are like legitimately powerful, like so because I had this whole idea. It's like in the old days, in the old days before the Industrial Revolution, like you could get really specialized. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's gonna be kind of like about a trip. It was gonna be sort of a quest, and it was gonna maybe start in like New York, and it was gonna be about a guy who's like somebody who's like a traveling salesman, and then like. And of course, like there'd be some like I don't know who's the evil, like, and it it'd be them traveling from the U.S. to like New York to like Los Angeles or something. Like what else could there be? Elves would be. Oh yeah, that was a whole other thing. I had this whole idea that one of my idea was like essentially. Elves, because what I like kind of like migrated, like a lot of elves like migrated to the south, and they like the elvish culture sort of survives now, but as like this like the aristocratic elves like sort of survive now, but they're like the weird Gentile Southerners, and with all the issues that comes with. It's not a bad idea. It's not a terrible idea for a series, I guess. Like, who would the main character be? You know what? Let's go to Campfire. I watched this documentary once. It's a very classic documentary. It's called Salesman, if you've ever heard of it. Salesman. It was yeah. Oh, they just got the full movie up on here. Dang. I would recommend it very heartily. Salesman. It was about it's an old movie. It's from the 60s. Salesman was it's Malay's brothers who made it. The salesman followed a group of Bible salesmen in the 60s as they attempted to sell Bibles door to door, and kind of the like strange intersection of like American like lifestyle that was, where you have people, you have these people who are so, you have like people who are like, like on the road a lot, and it's a thing where it's like, they're like trying to, it's like, and there's a lot of famous parts. It's like, we have it's a beautiful embossed gold covered, and your family, anyways, it's considered one of the classic American documentaries. It's good. And it's at a strange time at the when religion starts to gets real commercialized. I wonder if I've been thinking this lately. I wonder if like door-to-door salesmen don't really exist anymore. Do they? Have you dealt with them? Yeah, it's kind of a dying thing. I suspect because the internet, you know. But wouldn't matter. The time in kind of the time period, I'm thinking that they would be very common. They would be pretty common. So. I worked briefly as, you know, I should say, I say this, do door to salesman does not exist, and then I just remembered, oh, wait a minute, I was a door-to-door salesman for a little bit. Kind of forgot about that. Oh, yeah, right, I worked that, I did that for a tiny bit of my life. Was a shitty job. It was a shitty job. Did not last long there. Forgot about that point in my life. I tried to sell AT&T subscription cards to people. I feel tempted to. Yeah, those are a little bit different. I've never worked. I never worked that, but that's usually a lot of times those are kind of scams, and you never get the magazines. I'm trying to think now. You know, you expressed interest in this idea, Opus, and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't a bad idea. Maybe I should pursue this idea, pursue this thought. What could, you know, just one person telling me it's a good idea means I want to do it now. Yeah. But the traditional, the guys who spend months, I don't think guys who spend months on the road, going from person to person really exist anymore. I think that's kind of a fictional, now. Yeah, that's probably. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what they could. be selling. Oh, 1 second. I always forget to turn the music off.
Three kings, right into Egypt. The childhood of Jesus. Mary cast down where he finds Jesus in the temple. Well, you can see how this would be an inspiration in a home. You like that, Ernie? What's in it? Well, Jesus Christ, she's pretty like a mother, huh? Christine, you know what my name is? Yes. Oh, you know? Oh,
it's 14 minutes. I don't want. Anyways, let's see. Okay. Let's see. The Middle Earth diaspora. How do you spell diaspora? Diaspora. Huh. Well, I'm going to germinate on this idea, Opus, because I think it has maybe some legs, but I need to think of it just on my own. Maybe we'll work on it. Maybe we'll work on the spy thing. I like the spy thing. I want to keep working on it. It's just I don't have any ideas for it. And I think I want to relax now. But we'll see you guys later, okay?